The idea of traveling around the world is indeed an exciting experience. Many of us love to travel to as many countries as possible at least once in our lifetime, don't we? In this special, we will show you about a couple who shared a common dream and decided to pack their bags on a world tour. Take a look, for you might be very inspired to do something very similar.
There's a popular proverb in Kannada, Desha Suttu Kosha Odu, which means one should travel many countries and read many books to acquire wisdom. Traveling, visiting places, and learning about different cultures and traditions around the world expands our mental horizons like nothing else can. Be it a family trip on a weekend or a solo travel to an unexplored destination, the idea of travel is itself as exciting as the journey is. But how many of us really invest our time on just traveling and exploring other worlds? Most of us would limit our visit to other countries to probably 2 or maximum 3. But here is one couple who is all enthusiastic to travel around the world all by themselves. We are talking about this unique couple from the United Kingdom. You may wonder why they are unique, but first meet Andy Smith and Emma Smart, who are in the process of realizing their dream of traveling around the world. They call it Around the World in 800 Days. They have already completed 695 days around the world and have visited many countries. They have traveled far and wide and covered 45 countries so far in the 695 days since they set off last year on their voyage of discovery. You must be wondering which place is this that they are currently in. Well, this is one of our own districts of Karnataka, Uttara Kannada. Getting back to more information about the couple, Andy Smith is a graphic designer and Emma Smart is a biologist. Their story is anything short of a fairy tale when two people with a passion to travel end up falling in love with each other. Sharing a common dream to travel around the world in their lifetime, Andy and Emma set off on their journey around the world in 800 days.
The reason for our trip was so that we could see the world, basically, and learn about new cultures, new religion, meet new people, try new foods, and just experience the world and kind of see how people live in different countries.
Andy and Emma began their journey back in 2012 when they traveled together to Russia and Mongolia to learn about the culture, the people, and about life in these countries. During their travel in Russia, the couple fell ill, due to which they had to call off their travel and return home. They resumed their journey in February 2013, traveling to Western Sahara, Portugal, Spain, and other countries in Europe. On their 5th month of travel in these countries, the news about Andy's mother passing away once again halted their journey. The same year in December, the couple decided to get married and once again resumed their travel in 2014. This time they visited several countries in South Asia and a few European countries. After traveling to France, Switzerland and Iran, they finally landed in India. They traveled to Maharashtra and Goa and reached Karnataka. Currently in Uttara Kannada, the couple has visited many temples and historic places in the district. Here's what they had to say.
We originally started in 2012 and we drove up to through Scandinavia to the Arctic Circle. Then we traveled across the entirety of Russia to Lake Baikal and Mongolia. and then we returned home briefly, and then we travelled down through Europe to North Africa, and then we travelled back home again to the United Kingdom, and then 16 months ago we left through Southeast Europe, through Georgia, Armenia, and then through Russia to Central Asia, and then down through Central Asia to Iran, and then from Iran we shipped our vehicle to India, to Mumbai, and now we're going to be in India for another 4 months.
We're travelling overland, so we're driving between countries, so we're crossing borders. This can be probably not the most enjoyable part of our trip. It can be a little bit stressful, and sometimes it can take a few hours because when you exit a country you have to go through immigration and stamp the passport, and then some countries, again it depends on the country, they will search the car, they'll take all the boxes out and they're looking inside the boxes, and a lot of paperwork, a lot of rubber stamps, but generally it's okay. I think those kind of situations you just have to be very patient and calm and just go with it, and yeah, we've not had any major problems, but it can take a few hours sometimes.
ಭಾರತ ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಸುತ್ತ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೋಕರ್ಣದ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಟೇಜ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಕಾಟೇಜಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಟೇಜ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವಸತಿ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ತಂದಿರುವಂತಹ ವಾಹನದಲ್ಲೇ ವಸತಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಈಗ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾರತದ ಪ್ರಯಾಣ ಬೆಳೆಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವತ್ತು. ಈ ಒಂದು ದಂಪತಿಗಳ ಈ ಸಾಹಸಮಯ ಯಾತ್ರೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಲಿ. ಇವರ ಒಂದು ಈ ಪ್ರವಾಸ ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ಸುಲಭವಂತೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ದೇಶದ ಪರಿಸರ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ ಹವಾಮಾನ, ಹವಾಗುಣಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿಕೊಂಡು ಇವರು ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಸುತ್ತಬೇಕು.
We earlier told you about this couple traveling all by themselves. They are not traveling by air or by ship, but all by themselves in their own car. Traveling by air is expensive, hence the couple decided to travel on road in their vintage car, which they modified. Take a look at this car. It's much more than a car, isn't it? It serves the purpose of travel first, but the car also has some interesting features. While food and essentials are stashed at the rear of the car, what grabs the attention of all is a foldable makeshift tent stored away on the top of the car that the couple uses to rest whenever they halt somewhere. And what's more interesting is that the car is 22 years old and is a favorite of Andy. The car gets essential electric supply through solar panels installed on the car. The solar panels generate sufficient electricity that lights up the makeshift tent at night. The car also has movable batteries attached that support the working of a small fridge inside the car to store their food. It has a detachable ladder to climb up and reach the makeshift tent, along with sufficient place for boxes to store their items.
Our car is a Toyota. It's 22 years old. It's an off-road vehicle. For us, that's essential. We like to be able to go to places out in nature, in the middle of the desert, for example, or up in the mountains. And the only way to reach some of these places is by four-wheel drive. So the vehicle we have is quite rugged and tough, and is capable of driving in all terrains. The vehicle has been modified, so it's basically a small house. We sleep on the roof, we have a kitchen, we have table, chairs, all the things that you would normally find in a house that you need to live. We have a solar panel which powers a refrigerator so we can keep our food cool. And the car is essentially self-sufficient, so we can live in the car for long periods of time. The trip has been amazing so far. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, really. Like, there aren't many occasions when you find yourself in a position where you can just up and leave and go. We're very lucky that we don't have any huge commitments back home. Like I said previously, we sold everything we own, so all we have is the car now.
This is why we said that their journey is indeed unique and a planned out tour. Before beginning their journey, Andy and Emma worked for 3 to 4 years and saved up their earnings. Every time they decide to set out to travel on their oft-interrupted voyage, They made prior arrangements and ensured they saved up enough money to fund the tour. They still have 120 days in their 800-day tour calendar and hope to touch 65 countries. They have already visited 45. The couple camps at empty plots or areas close to resorts. They cook, eat, rest and spend their time together in their little tent. What's interesting is that they shoot about these places they have traveled and share it with their folks back home via Skype. Traveling through more than 400 countries has not been an easy journey for the couple. While they have been to places where their stay has been a pleasant one, they have also encountered bad incidences as well. They recall of how their clothes and ladder from their car was stolen while they stay in Tehran. The couple also recalls the troubles they faced in some countries, but there have been countries in which they came across people who were extremely helpful to them.
Generally, cities, no matter what country of the world you're in, capital cities, big cities, there are always places that are not so safe, and our rule always is we don't stay more than one night in the same place. We don't leave the car parked in the street or anywhere unsafe, and if we have to be in a city, we have the car locked away. But unfortunately in Iran, those decisions were taken out of our control and the car did get broken into and a lot of our equipment was stolen. But the positive side of that is that the people of Tehran and Iran really came to our help there, and people helped us replace things and find equipment, new equipment. So I'd like to think that although it was a very negative experience, something positive did come out of that.
The couple plans to stay over in Uttara Kannada for few more days and will later visit to Kerala, Tamil Nadu and then head to Myanmar in the east. They use Google Maps and an atlas as aids for navigation. During their stay in Uttara Kannada, the couple was welcomed by the Rotary Club. Here's what the Rotarians had to say.
ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೊಲ್ಲಾಪುರದ ಮೂಲಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೋಕರ್ಣವನ್ನು ಪ್ರವೇಶಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಗೋಕರ್ಣದ ಅದನ್ನು ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸಿ ನಂತರ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೊನ್ನಾವರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹೊನ್ನಾವರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೊನ್ನಾವರ ರೋಟರಿ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಆತಿಥ್ಯವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದೆ. ಅವರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾದಂಥದ್ದು. ಅವರು ಸುಮಾರು 45 ದೇಶಗಳನ್ನು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಸುತ್ತಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಈಗ 46ನೇ ದೇಶವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದ ಇದೆ. ಅವರು ಆ ದೇಶದ ಒಂದು ಸಾಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಕ ಕಲೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಸಂಗ್ರಹಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಬಗ್ಗೆಯೂ ಸಹ ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾತನಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ಪ್ರವಾಸಿ ಸ್ಥಳ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ಜನರ ಒಂದು ನಡತೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Well, the couple has already completed 600 odd days and there are just a few more days left to complete their journey. They are looking forward for financial help that would help them explore many more countries in their next journey. We at News9 wish the couple a happy voyage. Sandeep Sagar for News9, Karwar.